On February 7th, 2023, in front of a sold-out crowd in Los Angeles, LeBron James did something nobody thought would ever happen. He passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time NBA scoring record, a record that had stood for 39 years and that most basketball experts had written off as untouchable. With one mid-range fadeaway, LeBron became the greatest scorer in the history of professional basketball. Tonight, we break down exactly what that moment meant, why it matters, and why this record tells the full story of who LeBron James really is, the record that was never supposed to fall. To understand how big this moment was, you have to understand how untouchable Kareem's record seemed. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar spent 20 seasons in the NBA, playing for the Milwaukee Bucks and the Los Angeles Lakers. He finished his career in 1989 with 38,387 points, a number so large that for decades nobody came within realistic distance of it. Kareem had the skyhook, one of the most unguardable shots in basketball history, and he played deep into his late 30s at an elite level. Analysts, coaches, and former players consistently said the all-time scoring record was the one record in basketball that would never be broken, and then LeBron James showed up and spent 2 decades proving everyone wrong. LeBron entered the league as an 18-year-old straight out of high school in 2003. Most superstars peak in their mid to late 20s and gradually decline. LeBron defied every rule of athletic aging. He was still playing 35-plus minutes a night in his late 30s, still scoring, still dominating, still physically outperforming players half his age. His body became almost as legendary as his game, a result of an obsessive commitment to recovery, nutrition, and conditioning that reportedly costs him over $1 million a year. By the time he reached his late 30s, the record was no longer a question of if, it was only a question of when, the night it happened. February 7th, 2023, Crypto.com Arena, Los Angeles. The Lakers were hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. The entire night had a different energy. Everyone inside that building knew they were potentially witnessing history. The crowd was electric from tip-off. Every time LeBron touched the ball, the tension in the arena built. Every basket moved him one step closer. Then with 10.9 seconds left in the third quarter, LeBron received a pass, turned, and hit a fadeaway jumper over Thunder defender Kenrich Williams. The buzzer sounded. The arena erupted. The game stopped. LeBron stood at center court, looked up to the sky, and let out a roar. His family was in the stands. His Lakers teammates rushed the court. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar himself was in attendance, and the two legends embraced at center court in a moment that felt bigger than basketball. LeBron finished that night with 38 points, pushing his career total to 38,390, 3 points past Kareem's record. And he did it in Hollywood, in front of the cameras, in a city that has always been his stage. If you were writing a script, you couldn't write it better. What makes this record different? Here's what separates LeBron's scoring record from every other statistical milestone in basketball. LeBron is not just a scorer, that's the remarkable part. Players who finish with massive scoring totals are usually volume scorers, guys who take 25 shots a night and live for buckets. LeBron has never been that player. He is first and foremost a passer, a playmaker, and a defensive force. He has led the league in assists multiple times. He is one of the best rebounding forwards in history. What this means is that LeBron accumulated 38,000 plus points while consistently sacrificing his own scoring to make teammates better. He passed up thousands of shots over his career to get his teammates easy baskets. He played the right way every single night for 2 decades and still ended up with more points than anyone who ever played the game. That combination of longevity, consistency, and efficiency tells you something that raw stats cannot. LeBron didn't just score. He mastered the game of basketball at every level, for longer than anyone thought humanly possible. The GOAT conversation gets louder. Let's address what everyone was already thinking. What does this record do to the LeBron versus Michael Jordan debate? It doesn't end the conversation, but it absolutely shifts it. Jordan's legacy is built on 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, and an aura of dominance that is almost mythological at this point. His supporters argue rings are everything, and by that measure, Jordan wins. But LeBron's case has become impossible to dismiss. 4 championships with 3 different franchises, 4 finals MVPs, 2 Olympic gold medals, all-time records in points, and climbing toward the all-time assist record simultaneously. No player in NBA history has ever combined scoring, playmaking, and longevity at the level LeBron has. The scoring record doesn't crown LeBron the GOAT, but it adds another brick to an argument that gets stronger every single season he continues to play. LeBron James passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record was more than a sports moment. It was the culmination of 20 years of dedication, sacrifice, and an obsession with greatness that never dimmed. A kid from Akron, Ohio, bet on himself at 18 years old and spent the next 2 decades making good on every promise he ever made. Whatever side of the GOAT debate you're on, one thing is not up for debate. Nobody has ever played this game longer, better, or more completely than LeBron James. The record is his, and it may never be broken again. If you are a real basketball fan, you need to be subscribed to this channel. We break down the biggest moments, the greatest careers, and the stories that define the sport. Hit that subscribe button right now, turn on your notifications, and never miss a video. We'll see you in the next one.